Hi, I'm now again going to the mountain. The mountain which is very proximate to the town proper. I am carrying now different varieties of fruit-bearing trees, and the other trees which are native and good for lumber. I will plant it on the mountain. Belong to my family. Wait. Now I am walking to a little bit slope of the mountain. From here, you can see the overlooking part of the town, the beach, the houses, and the rice fields. In this mountain, we have different trees, huge trees and small trees, which are home for the birds, natural habitat for the crawling small animals and insects. Or we can also see here coconut trees. We have also here karagomoy, which is a material for handicrafts. If you are not aware about this kind of trap in the forest and the mountains, you will be the one to be trapped, and then the sharp or pointed spear connected on it maybe hit you. So this is one consideration to be learned and to be aware about mountaineering, because there are some unscrupulous hunter, even intended for wild small animals to catch by the hunter. That is a string of nylon, a bamboo. That is called here litag, a small kind of trap for trapping wild. Formerly, there were different kinds of animal traps that the hunters had been using for the cats. They used the litag or the trap for the bigger animals like baboy damo or the wild pigs by using a net or some other kinds of trap to catch animals. Another one was they called the Balatik. This Balatik used kinds of spear pot on it to thrust the body of the animals, like some other wild, like the lizard or the bigger lizard or other crawling animals. When I plant trees, I do not use metal implements, but I use wooden or stick from branch of the tree when planting, for digging the soil for planting.
Now I have already sharp implements or weapons to dig the soil for planting like this.
Now I have already sharpened this stick to be used as implements or tools for planting. This stick is more practical than carrying heavy meat.
Kailangan ko munang alisin yung mga dawag. Sobrang dawag na bago magtanim. Napakarami ng dawag. Now it's time to plant this kayo. Kayo trees bears fruits with a white pulp and covering, which is the same way the cotton. Important materials for using pillows and other different kinds of accessories. Garments, maybe garments. Now I have planted cacaos. The haggis or the fruit bearing sour fruit here called haggis. Haggis is one of the unique native fruits here in our province, which I don't know if there are also haggis in some other region in the Philippines. And these are the cacaos and haggis. Haggis is a fruit-bearing trees with red ripe fruit, similar to makupa but smaller than makupa, and sour, with a sour fruit. But when it is now I have to cut some anahaw leaves. I will use this for roofing for the Bahay Kubo, my garden. Anahaw leaves is like a rose. It has also her thorns like this, so it must be cut first before we can use it for roofing. Or the stalk must be cut like this. Anahaw leaves is our national leaves. It is very important for our Bahay Kubo. Anahaw leaves is like a rose. It has also her thorns like this. So it must be cut first before we can use it for roofing. Or the stalk must be cut like this. Anahaw leaves is our national leaves. It is very important for our Bahay Kubo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are the Anahaw leaves. These are the shoots of the giant gabi. These are the shoots of the giant gabi.
These are the dried anahaw leaves. To bind and to tie anahaw leaves, the first thing to do is to have a circle knot and then fold the anahaw and tie it like this. These anahaw leaves are already dried from the sun. When anahaw leaves are already dried from the sun, it is much better to be used for roofing for the Bahay Kubo.